that belief, that lack of limiting belief is one of the main reasons why we keep running as aggressively as we do on the things that we're doing. We had an accountability group that was 6 people. We now have an accountability group that was 3 people. That is not a conversation for the podcast, but I will say that we decided that we wanted things that were much more closer tied to one another in direction. So it made sense for us to niche down and go harder on one another in a collective space with less people. But that, honestly, if you look at some of the things that we're doing, that was a turning point.
It definitely was. And because ultimately, the energy that you surround yourself with is either going to pull you up or it's going to pull you down. It's very, very, very unlikely it's going to keep you at the same altitude. And that's why it can be such a thing to navigate, and tough decisions often have to be made. You know, if I look back to how I was spending my time 5 years ago, you know, to how I spend it day in, day out now, it's vastly different, you know, and even the quality of the relationships, what the relationships focus around, kind of the corral point of them, it's all very different, you know, but I definitely feel like confidently I can say that damn near every decision I'm making in my life right now puts me on a positive course and trajectory. And that's taken many, many years. And that's not to say that I'm perfect in all areas of my life, but they have me on a better trajectory than if I weren't making certain decisions. And one of those turning points for me was when you even invited me into the accountability group way back when you did, because I definitely was like, man, fuck that shit. Like, yeah, I like James, but I don't know these other fellas, you know. And but regardless, it got me into a consistent rhythm
Yeah.
of being able to sit down with people who are operating in different fields and different spaces, but also want to operate at a high level. And I think that that variety is good for people, so that sure, you want to find people who are moving in the direction that you're going, but it's like they can be moving in that direction up until this point, and then, you know, there's a transfer at the next destination, or, you know, I forget what the term is with the flights, a connecting flight sort of thing. And regardless, they helped you get to that one point. And that's just the other harsh reality about it, is not everybody's going to be in your life forever. Not everything you do is going to be forever. And
Man, that's a whole nother, I mean, that's another podcast episode we need to go down, because, you know, you look at those people that have supported you romantically, that have supported you in business, that have offered you positions, that have worked alongside of you, that have been on the same sports teams as you. Not all these people are, almost none of them are going to be in your life forever.
yeah.
Almost none of them. You know, when you really think about it, I look at my circle now and I look at my circle 5 years ago and then 10 years ago. 16-year-old circle doesn't have almost anybody that 26-year-old circle has at all. And there's some people, there's some homies. I've got a bachelor trip coming up. I'm in a wedding with some people that I used to be very close with. I am not anymore. I am still looked at in that circle, but I don't rock with them day in, day out. I don't see them. I see 2 dudes every week without fail. The 2 dudes that pushed me when I left Fueled by Grit, when we separated all that, to start a damn new company on a new concept and run aggressively, all within 14 days. Filed new paperwork because of the group that I was with. Who you surround yourself with is super important. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. I mean, that's an age-old axiom. And I think Grover or someone said that in a like very aggressively at a speech. But yeah. I mean, it starts with the belief. You need the accountability.
And I'll add that. Show me your thoughts. I'll show you your reality.
There it is.